Liverpool have gone into this international break on a high after beating Crystal Palace away from home 1-0. In today's video, we'll of course discuss the 5 major talking points from the game, while also going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours that includes a shock twist that could affect our title pursuit. There is so much to cover in today's video, but first guys, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Reports in Spain claim Real Madrid have contacted Trent Alexander-Arnold to gauge interest in a transfer, saying he has not responded to Liverpool's offers. Alexander-Arnold is 3 months away from being able to speak to clubs outside of England over a free transfer. There is no suggestion yet that this is his intention, of course, but with no reports of a breakthrough in negotiations or Liverpool rumours to be expected. The latest has come out from Spanish outlet Revelo, who claim that Real Madrid have been in contact with the right-back's representatives on several occasions to find out the chances of success in a possible operation. It is reported that Alexander-Arnold has not responded to any of the renewal proposals from Liverpool, including one made recently. Incredibly, the Spanish source suggests that Real Madrid's plan would be for the 25-year-old to gradually take over from Dani Carvajal, rather than replacing a player who will turn 33 in January. Liverpool fans can hold concern though over Alexander-Arnold's future, but this is the latest update is not worth getting carried away with. Firstly, the timing of the report on the back of Real Madrid's shock 1-0 loss to Lille in the Champions League is particularly suspicious, with this often a tactic used by the Madrid club to regain favour with their toxic support. And the player himself has insisted that the contract situation would not be played out publicly, as he told reporters last month. In a shock twist that could affect Liverpool's title pursuit, Arne Slot has given a downbeat update on Alisson's hamstring injury, with the goalkeeper not expected to join the Brazil squad for the international break, with some journalists even saying that he could be out till next year. Alisson was forced off late in the second half as the Reds earned a 1-0 win at Selhurst Park, with Jaros required to make his debut. The significance of Alisson was immediately clear as Alisson punched the turf in frustration before limping off of the field. Speaking in the post-match press conference, Slot admitted it could mean a layoff for the Liverpool's number 1. He said the latest is that we don't know. What we do know is if the player walks off like that, he does normally mean that he's not in the Brazil squad, and I don't expect him to be in the team in the first game we play afterwards. But we have to wait and let's see. It's going to take a few weeks, I assume, for him to be back. Asked if it was a hamstring injury, Slot said, "Yes, I think so." While Liverpool will await results of the scan on Alisson's issue, the expectation is that Kelleher will now start against Chelsea on October 20th. That should be considered at the very least, particularly if it is a re-injury, with the 32-year-old having missed 15 games over 56 days with a hamstring problem last term. I think Alisson is our clear number 1, he's the best goalkeeper in the world, so it's always a blow when he gets injured, for himself but also for our team. But the positive thing for the team is that not only is the goalkeeper position, but almost every position that we have a second option, or that's also very good. Kelleher has already shown so that is the number 2, otherwise the last time Alisson was injured I would have played Vit. I played Kelleher, so Kelleher is the number 2, did he really well, and it's very pleasing to see that our third goalkeeper, because Kelleher was sick today, and today of course we can have an impact on results. As stated, some reports are stating that Alisson could be out till the end of the year, but we'll have to wait and see with regards to the actual results from the scan. Liverpool's final Premier League match before the international break ended in a 1-0 win to keep us top of the league, but it didn't come without a cost. In this part of the video, we're going to discuss the 5 major talking points from the clash. 4 changes, rotation or reward. Slot opted for 4 changes to his starting lineup at Palace, despite this being the last match for the Reds before another international break. That hasn't been the manager's habit so far, which makes it an interesting to talk point in itself, but within the alterations is the question of why. Diogo Jota in for Darwin Núñez is routine, having been generally the starting number 9, but there's an argument that Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo were in on merit, rather than merely rotational purposes, after a very strong recent showings, though it was actually the Dutchman and Costa Tsimikas, the 4th player coming in, who Slot highlighted pre-match. He said, "Cody and Costa speaks for itself, I think they've done very good every time they've played." While Hinton Jones was really still in audition mode perhaps, after not seeing enough of him due to an early pre-season injury. He stated it's a good moment for Curtis to start, he's not going to go away for the internationals, so it's good for him to have a game as well. It's also good for us to have only 3 midfielders, so let's see today how Curtis is doing. From that perspective, Jones certainly walked the walk in terms of effort, industry, and willing to mimic the off-the-ball endeavours of Dominik Szoboszlai, though perhaps the lack of minutes showed with too many fouls and not quite the right end of the ball. Tsimikas is of course an odd and inconsistent player, but his first half at Selhurst was his best so far this season. Definitely diligent and offensively involved, including the pre-assist pass for the opener. Simon Hooper, the king of ineptitude. It's fairly rare a referee can come out of a game being equally lamented by both sets of supporters, but Simon Hooper truly is something of a one-off and a real contender for the worst referee in the top flight since Lee Mason's long overdue demise and departure. Oddly, Palace fans had no issues with him handing them a series of soft first half free kicks and dishing out cards to the visiting players like it was Christmas, but they certainly didn't like it when the tables were turned after the break. Part of it is understandable, 6 yellow cards in a game which wasn't exactly violent affair for the first hour, but they quickly turned up the heat on Hooper. Fresh from calling him a scouser in black, they moved on to not fit to referee soon after. Liverpool fans were more direct, they gave him a massive cheer when, at about the 6th time of asking, he finally whistled for a foul on Mo Salah, a truly terrible official. Jota blowing hot and cold. Slot made the point in the build-up to the game after another question about Núñez that Jota hadn't been scoring too many either, and that the team had to find a way to fashion more chances for whoever played centre-forward, with wide attackers king of goal-scoring so far this season. And the Portuguese attacker made a good start in that regard at Palace, scoring from close range early on, but he really could have had a hat-trick. Another one-side-footed wide and totally clear header and misdirected meant it was very up and down for him on the day. While he committed several fouls too as the work rate was there, but not always the timing. Liverpool, top of the league. Liverpool certainly didn't emerge unscathed, but there's another clean sheet and another 3 points, so regardless of anyone else's results across the weekend, the Reds will top the Premier League table for the international break. That perhaps comes at a good moment given some of the exertions of late, a fair bit of defensive sloppiness and of course now Alisson's injury, but that's only of any use if a player don't get overused or uninjured with their national sides. For that we'll have to wait and hope, but as Slot reaches the first mini milestone of 10 matches in charge, he can rightly be satisfied with what he's produced so far. 9 wins from a few real challenges, it's true, but as the previous boss used to say, the base is there now, in place for the latter challenges. That wasn't a game to get carried away from, we are top, we are staying there for now, and we're capable of doing so in the long haul. Liverpool fans, what do you make of Ali getting injured yet again? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed today's video, why not hit the old like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.